Hi, thanks for joining me again. This video will be discussing spousal sponsorship application. Spousal sponsorship is exactly what it sounds like. It's your spouse sponsoring you for permanent residency. It falls under the family class category. So the sponsor is the person who's a permanent resident in Canada or Canadian citizen. The applicant is the person who's being sponsored. And that's the terminology that you have to remember because all your forms and all your documents are divided into this, the sponsor and the applicant. Now, for a spousal sponsorship application or any family class application, such as common law or conjugal, the officer needs to be assured that this relationship is genuine. So you see that throughout the document checklist on CIC's website, genuine, genuine, genuine. So what does it mean and how do you demonstrate that this relationship is genuine? Genuine means it's real, that it's not fake, that you didn't just file a sponsorship application to get status in Canada. That's an application of convenience. It is convenient for you, you've met someone, and you're doing this application just to get PR. The officer has to be assured that this marriage is real, that it's all love-based. This is one of those applications that really nothing else matters except your love. So how do we demonstrate that this application, your relationship, is real, it's genuine? And it goes back to the beginning. How you met, where you met, who knows about your relationship, how do you communicate with each other, social media accounts, how do you reference to each other? Do you say girlfriend? Do you say partner? Do you say husband, wife? Because if you're saying on social media, this is my girlfriend, that's a red flag. Or if you're referencing it as somebody else being your girlfriend, well, that's also a red flag for the officer. So where the officers are looking for is exactly that. They want to see the relationship from the beginning. So walk them through. Include in your application a personal statement from the beginning, where you met, who introduced you, what you like about your sponsor or your partner, and what you don't like. I mean, we don't like everything about our partners, so you can disclose that. You have to make sure that it appears and it is real. Because if the officer doesn't find it real, you're going to get something called a procedural fairness letter. The officer is going to say, I'm going to be fair to you. You've given me all these documentation, but something doesn't click. And so I'm going to give you 30 days to prove the genuineness of your relationship. And so you're not going to submit all the documents that you already submitted because they've already reviewed that. Now you have to prove in some other ways that this marriage is real. What's wrong with the procedural fairness, if you get that, is that the mind of the officer is kind of made up. It's towards a negative decision. It's stating that I kind of don't believe or your relationship is not speaking to me, so I'm going to give you a fair chance to tell it to me again in 30 days because you haven't done a good job so far. And so you're already starting off on the wrong foot. You don't want to get to that. So make sure that when you submit a sponsorship application that you don't look at it from your perspective. Show it to a third party and say, these are all the documents we've gathered. Does this appear genuine to you? Does it speak love to you? And again, I reiterate, reference letters are very important. Those reference letters should mention how they know you, how long they've known of your relationship. Maybe they were invited to the wedding, what they liked about the wedding, what maybe they didn't like. The reference letters have to be real. Include contact information in case the officer wishes to contact that person that's addressing that reference letter. Personal statements are very nice in there because you can now speak to the officer directly about your relationship. And of course, joint documents, if you have property together, anything that you have together, it again addresses to the fact that this marriage is real. Your communication, even if it's in your own language, don't be afraid to include it. Translate a few of them, a few pages. You don't have to translate all your communications, and include all the other ones in your own language and inform the officer that I'm more than willing to translate should you see the need. Again, the officers are looking for how this relationship started, where did it go, and where do you intend to take it? And that's key. It's about making sure that you want permanent residency because you want to be with your partner. It's not because you want Canada. And so spousal sponsorship, again, it's about genuineness. It's about proving to the officer that your intent is this love and this man or this woman that's in your relationship right now, and not necessarily Canada. I hope that's clear. If you have any questions about spousal sponsorship and how to address the genuineness comment, please do give me a call. Until next time.